Hello everyone and welcome to another D&D build. So due to it being St. Patrick's Day, I wanted to make this build a bit more festive than some of the other ones that I've made. So in this video, I'm going to give you tips and tricks on how to build a very iconic figure in Irish folklore, the Leprechaun. So to start with, leprechauns are slightly mischievous, mildly tricky, and avid wearers of green that protect their coveted gold at the end of the rainbow. So now, the big question is, how are we going to start making this character for this video? So the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go halfling. The main reason for this is you're a short race. Leprechauns are known to be very short, and you also get the feature Lucky. This feature allows you to reroll natural ones, and I think in particular, Stout Halfling would be the most appropriate subrace here. Leprechauns are known to drink pretty well, and so that poison resistance will come in handy both in the taverns as well as in fights. And for our stats, we'll want to focus on our charisma and then have at least a 13 to our wisdom for multiclassing. And now getting into our classes, we're going to want to start at either Cleric or Bard. If we start in Bard, we'll get access to more skills and charisma and dexterity saving throws. But if we start with Cleric, we get access to wisdom and charisma saving throws, as well as proficiencies with medium armor and shields. And now going into Bard, we're going to want to take at least 3 levels of Bard to get our subclass. And the subclass here is very important because we're going with College of Creation. And I featured this subclass a lot on this channel just because of how powerful this subclass is. The College of Creation subclass gives us the feature Animating Performance, which allows us to create an object that has a gold cost less than or equal to our Bard level times 20. And then once we have our 3 levels in Bard, we take 2 levels of Cleric, Forge Cleric specifically. And this gives us the feature Artisan's Blessing. And now using this feature, we can place any metal items with a value of less than 100 gold within a circle for a ritual and then craft it into something. And now, if you've been on the channel for a while, this is a combo that I've touched on briefly a bit before in a different video, and it's reared its game-breaking head again just because of how economy-destroying this combo is. Already, at 5th level, we can craft our pots of gold. I know that's just like a small little subset of a feature for this build, but the fact that you can unlock this ability in D&D at such an early level is kind of nuts. And as we get further and further along in our build, this is a combo that only lets you hoard even more gold. As you level up more in Creation Bard, you gain the ability to make more expensive items, until you can actually completely ignore the gold limit at later levels. And usually the problem though is, these items will fade away in time when the ability runs out. But that's what's kind of fun and also very broken and nuts about Creation Bards, is you can use these items that you create to be consumed by spells and abilities. The metals we use for our Forge Cleric's ability are consumed in the same way that the Bard's items can be consumed for spell components. This then allows us to take our temporary materials and make them permanent. And what's crazy is, this isn't just like I can only do this a once a day thing. You can do this feature and this combo a number of times a day. We can simply take a short rest after our channel divinity comes back and do it all over again. And this is a combo that comes online at 5th level and technically reaches its max power at 7th level, but as I mentioned before, this is something that only gets stronger in time. So do with this info what you will. But anyways though, now that we have our pots of gold, how do we get our luck, wits, and rainbows? Leprechauns are known to be beings of incredible luck, and I think it would be interesting if we could channel some of this luck into our allies or even siphon luck from our enemies. To give ourselves additional luck, the Halfling Second Chance feat comes to mind. To give others luck and siphon the luck of others even more than Second Chance, we can use Silvery Barbs, literally giving our allies the ability to use the luck of other people. And the Halfling feat Bountiful Luck can also give our allies the ability to negate nat ones just like we can. And finally, it wouldn't be appropriate for this build if we didn't take the Lucky feat somewhere along the way. And thanks to this entire layout, we even have enough ASIs to get all of these feats as well as max out our charisma for the entire game. And now we come to the final and also yet very albeit niche requirement of this build. Rainbow focused. So first, Control Weather is a spell that really comes to mind in regards to, meteorological phenomenon. Leprechauns are almost always seen around rainbows, so having some degree of control over the weather can make that happen a bit more for you. And of course, granted, Control Weather is a very high level spell, so if you're looking for something a little simpler, major image and programmed illusion can be used to create these majestic rainbows near your pots of gold, too. And normally, not all of these spells are actually on the Bard's list, but thanks to the magical secrets you get as you level up, you can easily get the previously mentioned and even some of the other spells that you'd want to make for your Leprechaun characters. And beyond this, just focus on building your Bard as normal and enjoy the boundless wealth and luck. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then please subscribe for even more D&D content. I'll be seeing you next time. And until then, keep smiling, keep scheming, and have a happy St. Paddy's Day, everybody.